Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to go and kind of briefly go over some of the comments from the rant of the week of last week, the one about the Takara prices. Now, for some of you that are new to the channel, which I think some of you are, because I had a lot of comments on there. Typically the way I do the rant of the weeks is I'll do rant of the week where I do a video just like I did, and then I would normally read off all the comments and reply to each one of them in video. Lately I'm just doing a terrible job at replying to anybody's comments just because I've been so busy. And there's been a lot of them lately. But with this one, the big issue is that there's 132 comments on this video. And that's crazy for me. Usually we're talking 20. So normally I would read them all off. But instead we're just going to kind of briefly go over a few of them and kind of like closing thoughts on it now that it's been about a week since this came out. So first off, a lot of people seem to fully agree with me on the Takara pricing. Some people are like, yeah, it's outrageous, but we're going to buy it anyway. Others are like, yeah, I'm done, I'm out. And then, you get a whole mix of people and then some trolls thrown in there. And there's the internet for you. Everyone's got their own opinion, which is fine. You know, everyone is entitled to your own opinion. And hell, that's what all my videos are, is just my opinion on things. It's not like, oh, this is fact. But one reoccurring comment throughout the videos, which is one I didn't think of because, you know, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I'm far from it. Was the possibility that the Takara Megatron that's coming out, that it might just be a placeholder price for the figure. Perhaps maybe the pictures got leaked before they were ready to announce the Megatron, because it did kind of come out of nowhere. I would have thought that would have been a bigger announcement that they're doing a new Megatron, and maybe they were saving it for Toy Fair in January, and then somehow the pictures got leaked. The same thing happened a few years ago with Ultra Magnus and Bumblebee, where it got leaked out, and they're like, okay, yeah, I guess everyone knows about it now, so might as well just go with it. So maybe that's what happened. And now and just like those ones before, where they didn't even have official images right away, BBTS and all the other online sites followed suit and just put up a price and said that they would adjust it later. Now, it doesn't say anything about adjusting the price later on these websites, but it's always possible that it could go down. It could just be a placeholder price, and that's possible. Now the Megatron, I kept going back to him, but if overall the Takara prices were going up, there would be that complaint about the increase of prices, because that sucks. It is standard fare when it comes to collecting. That is a huge price point jump for some of them. My point wasn't so much, I wasn't trying to really get that point across that he was super expensive, as much as certain other figures are getting price points all over the place. Again, the Skywarp being released for $200, the retool of the Seeker Mold Thrust, which has poor quality control from what I'm hearing, is at $170, and the reissue of Coronation Kit Starscream is $130, and the fact that the second reissues of a lot of these figures have not sold out is the fact that their prices are, up and down, up, down, up, down, and it's like, it's not making sense. The reissue of Optimus is $210, which is $10 more than the Takara, which is like $40 more than the Hasbro reissue. And it's just like, You know, it's just like I said. It's just the prices are over. That was my issue. You know, it's like if all the prices of Takara products were going up, then why didn't the Red Alert price go up? Because there's a car that just got released, but his price didn't go up. The Ironhide and Ratchet, their prices were the same as each other, so why didn't one of those go up? That's my point. It's like they seem to be pricing all over the place, and that's what was the rant was more about. And then of course also the fact that one, the Seekers are not worth $200 a piece. They're not, and two, the Megatron is insanely priced considering it's going to be a smaller figure than the Optimus. Some people are saying it might have lights and sounds and stuff like that, and that'd be cool, I guess. But that's one of those gimmicks I'm not a fan of, the lights and sounds and stuff like that. It's one of those electronic gimmicks that just increase the price, and in some points reduce the ability to do certain things with a figure. So, all right. So let's see, what else we got. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking through. Some people, yeah, a lot of people were saying like, oh well, we shouldn't buy it and get our point across that way. My fear there is the fact that this is one of the, Takara and Hasbro are those kind of companies that are like, we have other things we could be doing with our money and our research. So if we don't buy it, then they could just cancel the whole line. You know, that's it. Okay, no more Masterpiece figures. It's like, that'd be a huge blow. You know, just, you know, it sucks that some of them are overpriced, but it's like, yeah, we're kind of at a bind. It's either this or don't collect, or collect only third party. So yeah, this gentleman, Zen Kai, is talking about Shockwave. No paint, no die cast, just a chunk of plastic, hard to swallow at the asking price. Ironhide worth the $9 or so all day long. I would agree with that. Let's see here. People thought the dog part was hilarious. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if there's any other good ones. Okay, this is Attack on Titan is actual feces. Okay. He says, because I said I was using BBTS for the pricing on this, and he says, well, that's the problem. Well, okay, why is that the problem? Because I'm in America, and Big Bad Toy Store is, I believe, the biggest Transformer retailer in America, outside of, you know, of course, Hasbro. And Hasbro doesn't sell MP figures. You know, they have their online shop, but they don't sell MP figures, which would have been nice. It would make more sense. So, you know, and usually when Big Bad Toy Store puts a price up, everyone else follows suit with them. So why is that a problem? I legitimately want to know why you think it's a problem to go off of Big Bad Toy Store prices. Yeah, when it comes to older figures, sometimes they can be a little insane with some of their prices, but the same can be said with you know, TF Source, the Chosen Prime, and all that. You know, the Chosen Prime, I love them to death. They just did this. They're releasing these new older figures that are graded, and the prices on those are just insane. I'm sure they're fair, but it's like, I ain't spending $5,000 on a Transformer. I'm sorry. You know, it's just like, you know, for some collectors that might be great, but for me, it's really not my cup of tea there. But like I said, it's like Big Bad Toy Store is on par, because they're the biggest retailer in the U.S. The big difference between them and like the Chosen Prime is they don't offer the free shipping, which does hurt a lot. If you're buying a lot from them, that shipping price can get up there pretty high. But at the end of the day, it's like, but their toy prices are the same as everybody else's. So, yeah, I don't get your comment, is what I'm saying. Let's see here. Let's see here. Trying to see if Stephen Brick. Stop it. He's talking about, that you think the Transformers got it bad as Masters of the Universe have it worse. I've heard this before, but their figures go from $60 to $400, and some of them are no longer in production. It's like, wow. That would be one of those, maybe I'll not collect this anymore for me. Let's see here. Let's see. Andelvar says it's almost like there's things like shipping costs from their production centers they have to pay, and pay for better toy engineers, not to mention different currencies and whatnot. I understand what you're saying, but I will say you are wrong here, because, again, you're entitled to your opinion, but in this case, let's talk about the MP Seekers, because here is Skywarp, who comes with less stuff, and then there's Starscream, who comes with more stuff. Same exact mold. There's nothing different. There is no engineering here. There's no painting going on here. It's all done. They've done this. They've done the Skywarp twice now, and the Starscream 3 times now. So there is no production really. Just reissue. It's all done. They've bled the cost out of this mold, and yet the Skywarp is still $70 more than the Starscream, even though the Starscream comes with more. That's my problem, and there's no amount of currency exchanges, transportation fees that's going to change why two figures of the exact same type, two of the exact same figures, one that comes with more stuff, would cost less than the one that comes with less stuff. It makes no sense. Okay, yes, I get it. They have to pay their engineers to make something. Yes, that's something that's always been there. But when it comes to stuff like that, it's outlandish to say that it's because there's import fees and production costs. I mean, really, production centers, and they have to pay for better toy engineers. I mean, are they really paying for another toy engineer for a Skywarp reissue? I mean, no, they're not. And anyway, moving on. Let's see here. Now here, Angelus points out that USA has the figure about 230, Robot Kingdom about 189, HLJ has it for 172, and then Anime Export has it 153. Now, what we're talking about here, though, is before you import the figure. Now, I don't know what their shipping costs on these companies cost, and then time delays to get the figures. Usually it's about the same when it comes to like Robot Kingdom. I know like when I ordered Unique Toys Razor Claw, the price ended up being about the same after shipping, and I got him probably about a week before the U.S. retailers got him. So it wasn't that big of a deal, I think. But the point is, it's just like, it's like, yeah, this is before, you know, big bad toy stores and all the other companies jack up the price for having to pay the shipping, the freight fees to get the figures in. So, you know, they're incorporating that. That's where shipping fees come in. But if you buy them individually, you're going to incur shipping fees. Now, unless of course you're, you know, in a different country, you don't have to do that. But that's one thing to remember. Rodimal Magnus says it better. I agree with the most part, but you can't compare import and domestic, and not expect there to be a price difference. That's what I was trying to say just there. Import, you know, it's going to be higher because they're importing the figures. My point is still, as imported Skywarp and an imported Starscream to have such a drastic price difference is insane. Joshua Slosher, I'm just going to read part of it. He says, we need to just bite the bullet and get the Megatron because it looks amazing. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to agree with you. That's what I said in the last video. It's like, I have my DX9 Megatron. I'm very happy with it. I will still probably be getting the Megatron as well. That's a very long comment. I'm just gonna move on. Let's see here. There was another one. Yeah, there's a ton of comments here. So thank you everybody for commenting. I'm always very happy to see these kind of comments. Okay, Plastic Bastard. Okay, so Plastic Bastard, you're a little shit, by the way. He says, go fuck your mommy. Well, go fuck yourself. Oh, I can't say that on TV? Wait. Yes, I can. Fuck you. And he does it. He trolls a couple times here. Let's see here. Where are you, you plastic bastard? He says, dude, how old are you? 57. Well, no, and I'm probably more successful than you in every aspect of life. And you're a fucking Jew, huh? Wow. That's appropriate. Wow. You know, some people just I mean, it's like, it's okay if you guys don't agree with me. I don't care, but come on, let's keep it civil when it comes to shit like that. You're a fucking Jew? Really? What are you, 4? Or a Nazi? Let's see. Lanochi says you can bitch and moan all you want, but Takara's market is the Asian Japanese market. Contrary to your popular belief, Takara doesn't care for you or the Western audience since their focus is Asia, which is their market. They won't lose business if some old white dude in his basement does not buy their toys. So, first off, I would disagree with you on that because, quite frankly, just like Hasbro relies on Takara to sell their products, and Takara sells a lot of their products to the U.S., I think it would matter if all us poor white dudes stopped buying their product. It would take a chunk out of their wallet. Not a huge chunk, because I do know that they go for the Asian market, but look how many... think about how... First off, think, and then think about how many Masterpiece figures are purchased in between TF Source, The Chosen Prime, Captured Prey, Toy Dojo, Big Bad Toy Store. Think about how many of those are purchased through there. Then think about how many Americans also then will buy it from eBay, from other third-party websites. And then also the other, like I said before, other people that are buying them from like other Asian run companies. So if the Americans stop purchasing this, and being as I'm an average collector, I would like to think that I have, and seeing as how many other people have agreed with me on this, if it would make a dent, but I don't think it's going to be the reaction that some people were hoping for, where they would decrease their prices, and if anything, it would probably have them just be like, you know what, then we're done. But I do honestly say that if all us Americans stop buying the Takara products, it would definitely hurt them. They're not going for just the Asian market. You know, they can't be, because that's not how this works. They are going for both American and Asian and global. You can't just try and corner one small demographic. And I'm not saying like the Asian market is like there's not a big market, but it's, if you compare it to globally, it is a small market. Just like America is a small market for globally. Things can't be focused like that when it comes to, especially when it comes to toys. When it's a global fandom, it's not just localized to Asia. It's not localized to America. That's why, again, Hasbro, when they release their figures, Takara ends up importing the molds so that they can make their figures. And vice versa when Hasbro releases their MP line. So no, I think you're way off. And quite frankly, a little rude. Not as rude as the guy that called me a fucking Jew. You can go fuck yourself, piece of shit. But anyway, trolls will be trolls. Who cares? So moving on. I think that was a pretty successful rant of the week. We'll do another one tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, I guess that's it.